Hello, my YouTube friends. I'm glad you could join us today. Uh, no, I'm not dead, and this ain't a funeral parlor. We're out here in the greenhouse. All the flowers are blooming. Everything looks so beautiful. Today, we're going to cover me putting in a hay field, how I put it in, and why I put it in, and how I rotate my crops to build my land up because we have sandy soil. I know a lot of farmers know all about putting in a hay field, but a lot of people just got little small farms or acreages and they move out or homesteads. I want to go step by step how and why you put in a hayfield. The first thing I'll do, like when I have a standing old cornfield from last year, I want to go in and I want to disc it one time, knock all the corn stalks down, and then by doing that, when you seed, you can see your tractor tracks when you seed. Second thing you want to do is put in your oats. And oats can be used for combine to be oats. And then you can have your straw, or you can bale your oats right in your straw, which I do a lot. And then they'll eat a lot of it. They like that. And it's also a cover crop for your alfalfa and grass seed that you want to put in next. Yes. Can you? What do you say? Huh? You're welcome, honey.
Thank you.
Babies.
Yeah. Lady. Mommy, she's gonna go out and seed oats today. Can you say hi, Mommy?
Hi, Mommy.
The second thing I'll do when I seed my oats, I'll go and disc it the opposite direction I did the first time. Then on my next field, I disc it up, I seeded it in oats, I disc it light again, and when it's gets 7-8 inches high, I'll plow it under, and then I'll go back and seed my sorghum Sudan grass this year. And by seeding that, I usually put 1 bag per acre, and then you can disc that in. I disc it in about inch and a half deep, and that's fine. It'll come up through that. Even if you get a little deeper, it'll still come up through that. I spent like $1,500 for fertilizer, and this year I'm not using any fertilizer. Instead of doing that, I went out and I disced the field up. Then I put in oats, 3 bushel the acre, which cost me about $300 and about 11 or 12 acres of ground. And I'll let that get up about 7-8 inches high, and I'll either disc it in or plow it in. Either I'll have to see how it discs. If don't disc, I'll plow it under. So now you're putting in nitrogen in your ground. You're also adding extra organic matter. And then we'll take our manure out there and put it wherever our worst ground is. Our sandiest ground, our worst ground, we'll cover it with manure, because last year we fed round bales. And if you feed round bales, you always have a lot more manure to haul because they waste a lot more than they do square bales. And I like to rotate my fields, and that's the way you build your land up and don't tear it down. And then you put your manure, try to put it on your weakest ground first, but your manure is very, very important because that puts all your minerals back in the ground. So much of today's land has no mineral in it whatsoever. They farm it to death. There's no manure. Corn used to be really high in selenium. Now corn don't hardly have any selenium. That's because they're not putting it back. But when you have animals, you feed them all that mineral, you get to haul it back on your fields. So with fertilizer, it don't put nothing in the ground but fertilizer. But if you can plow something under, that's the way I built this ground up from raising nothing to being pretty good land. So then I went in and put in my alfalfa seed. Then I went back in and put brome grass seed and tall fescue seed. The tall fescue they used to have wasn't good for feed because it had a mold or mildew. And cattle didn't like it and they didn't do good. But now they have a variety that don't have that problem. But tall fescue, you can pasture it heavy, and it also grows like 3 times faster than grass. It's just the most remarkable grass you've ever seen. It grows super, super fast. It makes good feed anymore. And I mixed brome grass in with it because the brome grass is very, very good in sand. But when it gets hot and dry, it doesn't grow much. But fescue seems to take the dryness and heat better. Sorghum Sudan grass is what we use a lot for hay because it makes so many more ton to acre than alfalfa does. But I like my alfalfa and grass mix, but with tall fescue, alfalfa, brome grass. I like to put so many square bales up in the barn because when you have goats coming in and you got them shut in the barn, you got nice little square bales to handle them. Well, folks, it's been a rough week trying to seed. Got my oats in, dished them in, wind blowing every day, every day. Finally got my alfalfa in. Then it took 3 more days. Finally got my grass seed in. So today I'm gonna go out packing it. If it wasn't so cold, the oats would already been up, but they're not up yet. Thank God for that. So I'm gonna go out and get it done today. So I'll be done with my seeding this spring. I went back and cultipacked all my grass seed in. Your oat seeds you want to disc in. Your grass seed you either want to harrow in or cultipack them in so you don't get them too deep. But on sand, when you have existing corn stalks, harrows don't work because it just plugs up all the time because you have no big clods to rattle your harrow around. So I went in and cultipacked it. So we hope this information helps you. If you have any questions, contact us because I know I jump around sometimes and I don't fill in all the gaps. But if you contact us, we'll answer every question that we can. And we want to thank you and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much.